a mockery of it if you don't know if they have disdain for the Christian community or not. You
I'm
don't
not,
know that.
wait, I'm not saying that the actors did. Whoever created the ceremony and the performance did. These people were
Okay.
just doing their job.
Okay, so in most cases, maybe I'm basing this off of my knowledge of drag queens. I know that in most cases they do their own choreography, and they do their own ideas of what they want the performance to look like. So if you're saying that this was choreographed by someone else, then that also leads us into a totally different topic. So if you're saying that they were just doing their jobs and you believe Christian community, then you have to be able to know that in order to know that it's mockery. But from what I know, most drag queens do their own performances. They created this on their own. So if every single person in that picture came together and said, hey, we're going to do this idea, you would have to prove that they're doing this based off of the fact that they have a problem with the Christian community instead of celebrating it like anyone else, like the person who made that painting.
And why is it being said that? Huh?
Go ahead.
Well, I'm just trying to ask, like, just because like we're disagreeing or interpret something differently, why is it being said that we're gaslighting you or dismissing your feelings? Everybody comes up in this panel and live all the time disagreeing. So why is it becoming so personal?
Because I'm not a goofy, bro.
Nobody thinks you're goofy.
Who called you a goofy?
Yeah,
Who called you that?
I'm telling you why I feel that way, because I'm not a goofy, and that's why I'm drawing that conclusion. I'm not saying y'all are calling me a goofy.
Well, I just think
here's my problem, Queen. You are asking me to prove the intentions of these individuals. If you're putting this obligation on me, I'm going to then respond by asking you to prove first that these individuals' choreography, whatever the fuck word that you use, they put this together themselves, and it wasn't the person who put it on from the ceremony.
I didn't prove it. I gave two different scenarios because I'm asking these questions because, again, I will reiterate that I did not see the performance. So I'm asking you why you felt like the performance was a mockery. And two, you stated that you feel like this was choreographed by someone else. And I said that my knowledge of the drag community is typically that the drag queens do their own costumes, they do their own choreography in most cases. So if we don't know how this performance was set up, it still breeds the same question. How do you know that the person who set up the choreography and told them, hey, be here, wear this, stand here, it was not doing it to glorify God? How do we know that? And if it wasn't choreographed by a third party and those drag queens came together and decided to do this as a collective, how do we know that they were not doing this to bring honor? I'm asking you, from what you saw, where did you see the mockery? What made you feel as though this was in mockery to God and to the Last Supper instead of celebratory as in the painting, as you stated?
Okay, I'll absolutely tell you why, because it's predicated on the evidence. We know that the picture at the bottom and the picture up top are way too similar. If I wanted to glorify God, right, and I did wrong by doing so, I would come out and I would state that this was my intention, was to glorify God. There was no response to say that they were trying to glorify God. So clearly that's not the answer. The only answer that we got from these individuals was that they weren't trying to disrespect any religion. And that was their apology.
That still doesn't answer my question. Being similar doesn't mean anything. That's what art is. We reinterpret art all the time. Just like Observant just pointed out, it may not say that it's Jesus, but we can see a similarity between Star Wars and the coming of age of the Jedi warrior, right? And Jesus. We can draw similarities to a lot of different things. We can draw similarities. We watch TV all the time and we can see that it could be similar to something, but it doesn't mean that that's exactly what it is. So I'm asking you that the similarities are only thing that you're basing off of the fact that it's a mockery. How many times has that painting been painted with black people? How many black people do you know that have the Last Supper painting in their homes that where Jesus is not white? Do you think that that's a mockery because it's been reinterpreted to be inclusionary with different skin tone?
Hey, Queen, let's not forget about how South Park did the same thing. The Simpsons did the same thing. Who else? Quite a few other. House, my favorite show, House.
Alabaster, I'm just going to stop you right there. I'm aware that they did this. I'm not making the claim that they should or should not do this. That has never been my claim. The Simpsons, when they did it, they knew what they were trying to depict, which was the Last Supper. When South Park did it, they knew what they were trying to depict, which was the Last Supper. When D Smoke did it, he knew what he was trying to depict, it was the Last Supper. I just want individuals to be honest and look at this situation and say that it was the fucking same. Because we're not going to look at the painting at the top and fucking when the Simpsons did it and say, well, those individuals were yellow and technically it's a cartoon, not a fucking painting. So there's differences. We're going to draw the conclusion that they were trying to depict the fucking Last Supper.
You similarities, but I'm asking you that. I'm not saying that there aren't any similarities, but I'm trying to ask you how the similarities prove that they meant it to be a mockery. I'm asking you, where is the line between reinterpretation of art and mockery? Because it's already reinterpreted in the first painting to begin with. It's already an interpretation of what someone read and what they believe to have happened. So can we not say that it's a mockery if it's incorrect? It's been proven by so many people, or it has been researched by people to say that that painting is incorrect and that it didn't happen that way. So, but we keep regarding this painting as religious. So I'm asking you, where is the line between mockery and reinterpretation?
I gave the example earlier of a bald man in a suit on a fucking cross.
I heard you, but you keep saying the same thing, Tbone. Right, similarities do not make a mockery. Right. So if you did put yourself on a cross and you made a okay,
because I'm trying to respond to what you said.
I'm just re-clarifying because you're responding to something that I'm not asking.
Right, but the reason that I'm doing so is to try to get an understanding of where we're coming from in this conversation and if we're being honest. So in the example that I gave, other people tried to obfuscate the saying that other Roman people were crucified during that time. So technically, you can't say that this individual would I can't mute him. Thank you. So technically you can't draw the conclusion that this person was trying to make a mockery or depict Jesus Christ when he was being crucified. I'm asking you the question to see where you come from with honesty, right? Would you think off of first glance that that person is trying to depict Jesus Christ?
So yes, we can draw that conclusion, but this is the problem when we have intellectual conversations. Just because there is a majority of people that would think that, right? Because that is what we know at the forefront. It doesn't make it an absolute. So there could possibly be other depictions that you can act out if you are putting yourself on a cross. You have to be able to understand the context in which someone is doing it. So yes, if you see someone hanging on a cross, you would most likely think about the crucifixion of Jesus Christ because it's something that we all know about, whether you're religious or not. But that doesn't necessarily prove that that's what that person meant to do, just because as a collective, we see that and think something different. So seeing people gathered at a table, just because there is a famous painting where people are gathered at a table, does not absolutely mean that that is what they meant to do. And it was pointed out by several other people that the rest of the imagery doesn't match. It doesn't support that idea. So you still have not proven to me how similarities automatically do equate to mockery. Because the first picture would have to be mockery as well.
I just want to quickly piggyback off of that point, though. Just to quickly piggyback off that point, this is RuPaul's Drag Race. This is the judges' table. There's more than these three people at the table. We're sitting at a long table. RuPaul's hair is in a halo-like formation. They are showing camaraderie. Like, using your own logic, gay people behind a fucking long table, halo, bright colors. Someone in your community, in the Christian community, could say that this is a mockery too. But we know that it's not. We know that people sitting behind a table, dressed up, showing camaraderie, just a gathering in fellowship does not automatically mean the Last Supper. It does not. Just like a crucifixion, though the crucifixion is a paramount image in Christianity, doesn't necessarily mean that they are trying to mock Jesus, trying to imitate Jesus, because crucifixions happened outside of the story of Jesus. That was my point. You would need more details to convince me that this is a mockery of the Last Supper, or that someone in a business suit that is being crucified in the imagery of Jesus. Like you would need more.
And I can admit that I've seen Family Guy, for instance, right, where they have a character that's Jesus, and the Jesus character is regarded as a magician, and he does things like the trick where you put your fingers inside your fist and pretend like they disappeared. I can understand if somebody would regard that as mockery, right? Because they're taking the miracles, and I'm using that loosely because I'm not religious, and turning them into, okay, it's a magic trick, right? And regarding Jesus as no better than a man who pulls a rabbit out of a hat. But Jesus as a character, just standing in the living room on Family Guy having a conversation, cannot be regarded as mockery just because what? Based off of what? That is the difference between you stating that it's a mockery versus someone just having similarities to a famous painting, which in and of itself cannot be proven to have any real evidence and basis that that's even what happened. So you can't necessarily make a mockery out of something that you can't even prove happened to begin with.
Yes, wait, yes, the fuck you can. That is so disingenuous. Just because we can't prove that it didn't happen doesn't mean that you're not making a mockery out of something. We wouldn't be able to prove that Jesus Christ actually existed. But knowing that they're depicting Jesus Christ in fucking Family Guy and them making a mockery out of it, we can still conclude that, right? So that's
what I said. Those are two different things, right?
No,
and I agree that you can make a mockery out of religion, but where did you see the mockery?
You just stated, no, now you're pivoting to something else because you just stated that you can't make a mockery off of something that you can't prove even existed. Now you're changing
because I said that already in the photo. It's already someone's interpretation of what happened, which means that it leaves it open for interpretation by other people. So the person who painted that, Da Vinci painting that, painted it off of his own interpretation of what it says in the Bible, which he cannot prove.
Did Jesus Christ actually exist?
Okay, but you're not hearing what I'm saying.
Did Jesus Christ? No, I heard what you said. Did Jesus Christ actually exist?
Possibly. I don't know.
I heard what you said. Did Jesus Christ
if you're asking me personally, I don't know.
Now we're playing this I don't know game. Okay.
Because I not say that I'm not religious? I can't say that he did. I don't know. But
based off of the evidence that you have now, do you think that Jesus Christ existed?
Yes, as a historical figure, he existed.
I don't think that there was ever a man named Jesus Christ. No, I don't.
Oh, hold on.
His name.
Right, as a historical figure, do I think that he existed? Yes. Do I think that everything that surrounds his existence is true? No, but I don't see how that is a point here because
that's why it's called a faith, though. Like
exactly, and that's what I'm saying because this is going to turn interpreted.
It's going to turn.
You can interpret it how you want to.
Listen, I'm not playing this game no more. I'm gonna just go to the backdrop because y'all said I'm gonna ask the question to everybody. Would you all say that this resembles the Feast of the God rather than the Last Supper? Yes or no? Simple yes or no, and everybody can answer.
I have to see the Feast of the Gods.
The Feast of the Gods is to the left.
It's coming from a Christian.
Great. I'm gonna ask y'all questions. Where's the trident in the background? Where's the babies? Where are the clouds in the sky?
Where's the biblical clothing? Where's the food?
I'm not done observing.
Where are the Jesus sandals?
Y'all, hold up, because here's my problem.
What are you talking about?
Hold on, stop. When I put this backdrop up, y'all started to talk about the clothes. You started to talk about the difference in the food. All those things were different. But when we put up the Feast of God picture, hold up, Cascade, don't take the picture down now. Whoa! Don't take the picture down now, Cascade.
Put it up, Cascade. Put it up, Cascade.
Put it back up, Cascade. Come on, Cascade. Put it back up. Don't do that. Don't do that.
If you really want to argue
that, let's be honest here. Put the picture back up, Cascade.
Put the picture back up. Because we can respond to this. Because we can respond to this. Hold on, Alabaster.
Hold on, Alabaster. Hold on.
No, bro. I'm done with that shit, bro. When I put the picture up of the Last Supper, y'all motherfuckers tried to clown me to say that there were no similarities except for the table and the individuals that were sitting at the fucking table, and that was it. And that wasn't enough proof for you. But when we pull up the Feast of the Gods, there are small similarities in that as well. Yet you draw the correlation to say that they were trying to depict the Feast of Gods versus the Last Supper. So let's be intellectually fucking honest when we're having this conversation. Again, gaslighting Tbone will not be tolerated. I will not accept this. This is crazy, bro. This is absolute insanity.
Yeah, so I think you weren't paying attention when we were having this conversation earlier. We asked you what details led you to believe that it was about the Last Supper, and you pointed out a table and some people. We then went through the rabbit hole and figured out that the original creative director said, and I'm paraphrasing, that he did not intend for this performance to make mockery or insult any religion. We then brought up this picture of the Feast of the Gods, and no one here said that this was more similar to the performance than the Last Supper. But the logic that we're using here,
you all said yes.
No, that's not what I said.
Yes.
No, that's not what anybody said, and that's definitely not what I said. And I'm going to clarify so that you understand. The question. Well, fine. Then I'm gaslighting you. Fine. The question is, what was the minimum amount of details that you would need to say that this was about the Last Supper? And you said a table and some people. The Feast of the Gods has a table and some fucking people in it. So, like, it's just as likely, probably more so, based on the way that the creative director for this performance responded, that it is based off of the Greek mythology and the Feast of the Gods. That was the entire line of logic. You turning around and asking, well, what are the details, doesn't do anything to defeat our point. Because, again, you cannot say that this is about the Last Supper when the creative director himself has not said that it's about the Last Supper.
And he didn't say that it wasn't.
That is the point.
And he didn't say it wasn't either, Observant.
He said it was not meant to mock religion. He said that in his statement.
Wait, hold on. But you are conceding the point that he didn't say that he wasn't trying to depict the Last Supper, correct?
Of course
so
not.
My claim is just as valid as yours. What are we talking about?
It is, and I already said that. Like, even if we go with that, even if we say that that's exactly what it was, you still haven't proved that it's a mockery just because something is similar. A reinterpretation of something is not a mockery, and we don't know if they were reinterpreting this as people who believe in the faith, and this is how they see it. We don't know that. We also don't know that in Da Vinci's painting that this interpretation of what he read, which is the only way that he could have gathered any evidence to begin to put the painting together, is based off of the text that is in the Bible, which is his reimagining of what he read. And we have all regarded it as truth for all these years. Not all, right? But most people will regard this as truth. And they'll put the pictures up in their homes to honor God. They will put the pictures up in their churches. And they've said, like, this, I believe that this is the way that it was. But it is a person's reinterpretation of something that they read. This is how he imagined it. And it has been regarded as good instead of a mockery. So when other people create the same art form and interpret this, whether it be through dance, whether it be through visual arts, or someone else made a painting, you have not given me any evidence on why you believe it to be mockery, other than the fact that it's similar to something that someone reimagined in the first place.
Oh, I've given you plenty of evidence. You just choose not to fucking
No, you didn't answer my direct question. You may have said it before I got here, but you didn't say anything to me except the fact that it was similar.
Okay, so I did.
50 fucking minutes, I still like my goddamn fish.
Itchy, you
Yeah, about 2 pieces of fish. Oh, my fault.
Hold on, real quick. I'm gonna let Observant go, and then Opalite. Are you here?
Can Joy go? She's been waiting. I can wait.
Yeah, people keep talking.
Okay, well, Poison is also in the request, so I think I'm gonna drop Opalite because I don't know if she here.
Shit, I'm gonna slide on up out of here, Tbone, because I don't even know what the fuck y'all arguing about.
Just answer me a quick question before you go, please. For the love of God, just answer me a quick question. Would you say that this was trying to depict the Last Supper?
If you show me this picture, you didn't give me any backdrop or any context, yes, I would.
Okay.
Why is that? Follow-up question, why is that, Itchy?
For one, it's I don't know what it is behind his head, but at first glance, It looks like the crown is usually depicted behind Jesus' head. It's the position of the people that are sitting and where they're sitting. Is it an exact likeness? No, it's not an exact likeness. But if you showed me this picture and you didn't give me any context, that's what I would say. I hope I ain't fuck nobody over. I hope I ain't fuck up nobody argument. I got drugged into something I had nothing to do with. I just got here 10
But I
minutes
said
ago.
the same thing. We didn't. Nobody is disagreeing with the similarity, but that doesn't negate. That doesn't say mockery. Yeah, Joy, go ahead.
And actually,
like,
can
that
I
was the big
just
part of the
clarify?
argument.
Hold on, Alabaster. Can I just clarify it? So you're saying that a bunch of people behind a long table equals the Last Supper?
No, I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is that if I was shown this picture without any context, that would probably be the first thing that I would, first thing that came to my mind.
Okay. And so if we gave you context based on what the creative director said about this performance, if we pulled up a similar picture that has nothing to do with Jesus but has the same concepts, people sitting at a long table enjoying food, would you have that same response?
I would take it into account, but I still can't get over my initial response.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, so oh my God.
I'm gonna slide on up out of here now, y'all. I don't want no beef. I'm raising up the church finger and I'm backing out quiet.
So like I said, once again, if you understand Greek mythology and you understand that there are certain items or symbols that are associated with certain gods, you understand that the history with the Olympics supposed to be honoring the Greek gods, I don't see how you can correlate it to a disrespecting or mocking Christianity. I do not understand it at all. And then even in the whole, they saw the photo. They don't care, Spiffy. We've been showing the picture, but in the whole performance, there's way more. There's significantly more people than the 12 disciples in Jesus that y'all keep trying to say, that you keep trying to say, Tbone. And then on top of that, where in the fuck in the supper is somebody sitting in a plate of food with grapes wrapped around them? Where in the Last Supper are they doing that?
Again, Joy, if we're holding me to this standard, I'm gonna hold y'all to the standard because y'all
What
said it was
standard?
more resembling. Hold on, y'all said it was more resembling the Feast of Gods. I asked you where the trident. Hold on. I asked you where the trident was. No one answered. I said, where are the clouds? No one answered. I said, where are the babies with fucking wings in the back?
Clouds, Tbone.
Listen, you holding me to the standard to say that it has
Clouds,
to be
Tbone.
Joy, listen to what I'm saying. You're holding me to a standard that you're not holding your...
That's where the clouds would be. I won't even lie.
You're holding me to a standard that you're not holding yourself to. You're telling me that this has to be an exact replica in order for you to draw the conclusion that they were trying to depict the Last Supper. Joy. Hold on.
Her name like that.
Because I'm trying to finish. I just want... But when I asked the same question about the Feast of Gods, y'all aren't able to give me the exact replica.
Wait, so centaurs still exist, Tbone?
What are centaurs?
Or satyrs, I'm sorry?
Satyrs. But I wish centaurs existed. Could you imagine me with a long horse?
Satyrs still exist, Tbone?
You wouldn't have one because you're not a Sagittarius, but thank you.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, no.
So a satyr is the thing in the front that hold on, let me pull it back up.
But even, okay, so Tbone, please continue with what you're saying.
That's all I needed to say.
Because I'm just trying to figure out where in the Last Supper is somebody sitting with all this food and stuff around them naked? Where? And then the person behind them, that's supposed to be a halo. Halos they can be depicted in different ways, but the god Apollo wears a halo. And like I said, Dionysus is the one that's known for his grapes. That's something that symbols, like you have to think about the offerings and stuff that are given to God so that you can, worship them or whatever. That's like a basic in Greek mythology.
That was my point, Joy, because that's what art is. It's an
Right.
interpretation, and so we don't know how other people viewed what they saw. If you're saying that when you saw this, your mind went to Greek mythology because you saw the other symbolisms and you're versed on Greek mythology and are able to pick that out, doesn't mean that a Christian person didn't see the Last Supper. We're not saying that anyone is wrong, but you still haven't proved that makes it a mockery. That's all. That's all we asking for is show that similarities mean mockery.
Yeah, because
So we
because he
wouldn't.
thinks that
So
they're making
hold
fun
on.
of it. I don't think they are making fun of it.
Cool. Outside of anybody telling you what their intention is, would you be able to prove that someone is mocking someone or something?
Yes.
Yes, you can.
Blackface is a motherfucking mockery of black people.
Show me.
Blackface is a motherfucking mockery of black people.
Wait, how do you know? How do you know, sir?
Because we don't fucking act like that.
Whoa,
Are you kidding me?
Wait a second.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, this is getting ugly.
Are you kidding
All
me?
right. So blackface. Hold on. Oh, this is great. So there were some individuals when Lady Mob Boss racist ass got up on this fucking app when she put blackface on and they said that she was trying to depict something else. She was doing body and face painting. She wasn't trying to do blackface after she just
The contention.
hold up, observant.
Tbone, the contention there.
Hold up, observant, because I'm still responding.
Finish, so I can kill her for him. Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Just like, right, and I'm giving you the evidence, it just so happened that she had just got out of a live where a whole bunch of black people was schooling her motherfucking ass on racist shit that she had fucking said. And it just so happens that all of a sudden she trying to paint her fucking face black to do body fucking paint? Bull fucking shit. Now, we wouldn't be able to prove this, observant, right? But context clues is going to tell you, right, that no goofy ass motherfucker is going to go to their live right after and paint their motherfucking face black for the fucking eclipse. We not stupid.
So the contention on her end was whether or not what she was doing with blackface, not if blackface is a mockery of black people. So we should 100%.
Do you believe that what she was doing was blackface? Yes or no?
100%. I 100%. I 100% believe. Hold on, I'm not done talking. I'm not done talking.
So okay, so you said no, because you're trying to gaslight me.
I'm not done talking. I'm not done talking because your entire point, you asked me if blackface is a mockery of black people, and it 100% is. The situation with Lady Mob Boss was her saying whether or not she was actually doing blackface, not if blackface is a mockery. That was my point.
That's great. I'll concede that point. So if what you believe is that she was doing was blackface, right? That's what I'm asking you. Was she doing blackface?
So I think that she was intentionally painting her face in order to spin up controversy about what she was doing, because I believe she's that kind of person.
But was she blackfacing? That's the